opinions expressed in the following program are those of the program host and do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by TCN TV Network Incorporated. Due to the social nature of this broadcasting channel, videos may contain content copyrighted by another entity or person. The TCN TV Network claims no rights to the said content. TCN TV Network cannot be held accountable for the copyrighted content. TCN TV Network is a messenger and sharer of information and strives to verify but cannot warrant the accuracy of copyrights or completeness of the information on this program.
Good morning, everybody. Andrew Perrie from the Daily Reel, live from the MyTCN studios here in Brampton. I've got a crazy, crazy special guest today. I've got Ellevan, Giovanni.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming on, man. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
I was doing I was just like, when you get on Facebook or YouTube and you're doing you get caught in those loops, this video suggested for you. That's what I did with your YouTube channel, man. I was going through, and so the crazy thing is we'll get into the whole 365 songs and videos in 1 year, which is a crazy feat, by the way.
Thank you.
But I really kind of want to just get behind your mindset a little bit, because for one, that's a crazy feat for anybody to do. Anything that requires those one a day challenges just blows my mind, because it's crazy, and I can barely remember to drink water every day. Let alone
That's important too.
Yeah, no, it is 100%. And then let alone get in the studio, record a whole bunch of tracks, and then add video on top of that, which is just insane.
Yeah,
so thanks for coming on the show. We're gonna start off. So what came first? Because you're an actor as well. Mm-hmm. What was your childhood like? Were you in music first? Were you an actor first, or what's going on?
Great question. Yeah, I've always just been fascinated with the art of improvisation.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I dropped out of high school, mm-hmm. and I got an acting agent right away.
Really?
And I booked a commercial at the school that declined me for I went to the inner city school in Vancouver. You could buy.
That's right. You grew up in Vancouver.
Yeah, you could buy crack at that school when I was going there.
What is it on Hastings or?
East
Hastings?
The people from East Hastings would come and recruit my school. We were the downtown school.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot of crazy activity, but they hated me because I was a class clown. So I tried to transfer to this art school, and they said no. But then I dropped out, and then I got a commercial. I got $3,000 to be in that school for a day.
Really?
Less than 2 months later. So it was straight into acting.
Not a bad gig, $3,000 for your first
commercial. I'm 16.
Yeah.
I'm this buys a lot of.
I did a Pringles commercial.
Yeah.
And I did a Teletubbies commercial with my son.
What?
Yeah. I got paid. So the most I didn't get paid for the Pringles commercial, but I got paid $800. I mean, we put it in my son's college account in a special bank. But $3,000, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So. Wow.
So it was an omen. It was like you're supposed to be doing this. You're not supposed to be following the rules or doing school. So yeah.
Well, that must be a tough place to grow up, because we were talking off air, Evan and I, about my career in music. We didn't get into it too much. Today's about you, but we went on tour with a good friend of mine, Anastasia, and Captain Hooks, who's now Monocle Lights, and we went out there. And the whole goal, we were going to go out on a tour and do these campgrounds. It's a very small thing, but we ended up meeting some of the top producers there who heard of us, and we just went and we did a recording tour. And one of the studios was around East Hastings, and so we went in at 9 p.m. It was still daylight at the time. We come out at 4 in the morning, and we're like, "What is going on?"
Zombie land.
So I couldn't imagine living there.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then when you get to teenager and your friends start working there,
Yeah.
like
Well,
on the strip. Because for a young man who was constantly, I wasn't the only one that's kicked push out of school. You know, for
Yeah.
a guy looking for economic opportunity, may not have the backing or structure at home,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just go into that. So all my friends were actually into trafficking, if you will. If
Yeah,
you want to
yeah.
be real about it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I always just had this calling to like do this lighter thing, do this light thing, do this like. I always just loved being funny, so it came
Yeah.
from comedy. So then I did stand up, and then I joined improv troupes, and then I moved to LA when I was 19. Before I was old enough to get in the clubs, I was doing the Comedy Store.
So you're doing the Comedy Store.
Yep.
That's interesting, man. So I mean, like, are you saying you don't have to totally open up? But I mean, like, you didn't get caught up in that whole scene out there. I mean, it's tough as a kid not to, right?
It is, yeah. I mean, I was definitely offered cocaine in the back room, but
Yeah, for sure.
when I did first night, I did main stage. It
Yeah.
was this guy. He's like, "You want a line, kid?" And I remember he was in one room, and I went out to the other green room, and I ended up meeting Chris D'Elia, big Chris D'Elia. You know him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I was doing sets with like him at the Comedy Store back in like 2010.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I realized when I was there, pretty much what you're referring to, like that scene, like it can
Yeah.
get dark.
Yeah.
And then I realized I didn't want that. So I
Good
went
for
into
you.
music. I started recording in my closet in LA when I was 19.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Because I was just listening on the way up, Joe Rogan, the Rogan Experience, and he was interviewing Penner from, Penn and Teller.
Oh yeah.
And essentially, they both never ended up doing coke. Well, Penn never drank. He's never tried anything.
Yeah.
Most of his coffee, and he drinks decaf. But it's like they both witnessed what that drug or drugs can do to somebody who has a crazy amount of potential.
Yeah.
And they just said, I don't want that life. And he still does shows at the Comedy Store, Joe Rogan, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever met him?
No.
No?
Not Joe.
Yeah, I would love
seen
to.
him around though briefly, but just like he's a cool guy.
So when did you come back here? Okay, so hold on. So you were in the closet recording.
Yep.
And then, because I read your bio, and then you moved back to Toronto to pursue or moved to Toronto to pursue it?
We moved back to Vancouver, and this is where, I don't mean to put anything down, but I'm kind of resentful of Vancouver because we got caught in this undercurrent of no fucks given. Is it okay to swear? Yeah.
Yes.
Should keep it light. Sorry. Of just like Vancouver has a real slow down pace.
Yeah.
And we got lost in that for like, I actually hurt my ankle on this random promo gig pre-going full time, which has only been the last couple of years for me. You do like different odd gigs here and there.
Yeah,
as an
yeah, oh,
actor.
yeah.
We did this crazy elf gig at the mall, and I hurt my ankle too. So I got like kind of fat, like I was on like pills, and just like I started smoking weed then. I didn't know how to manage it like I do now, but just like it was like So then we're like something got to change. So we moved out of Vancouver into my wife Winnie, her parents' basement at like 22 to just reevaluate and regroup. And then while we're there, just to try to save up and figure out what we're going to do, like for real, she bounced on me and went back to LA. I went to yoga training.
Oh my God.
Because she didn't want to like have a side hustle that like was sucked, like restaurants or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was just there like pretty much like, what the f am I going to do with my life? And then my buddy Tyson, who I did one song with, I did only one song up to this point.
Mm-hmm.
And with him, and he stopped in Sylvan Lake, Alberta is where it was, and we formed a duo and then moved to Toronto. That's how Toronto happened.
Wow.
Yeah, I was literally just like in the wind. Someone came through. We got an idea.
But that's how things happen, eh? Like, somebody comes into your life, and then it's just like, what? Because you feel like, and like, again, not trying to relate this to me, but in my musical career, I got offered a 6-month tour contract signed. I had to break the contract, which we'll go into, in Dubai, right? So like they're like, okay, we've got these 3 hotels, you.
That's where it is.
Yeah.
I just did one of those in Indonesia.
Yeah.
It's with the hookup with the hotels, and they can leverage it, and then it's,
Yeah. So I actually got wrongfully accused of drinking and driving.
Shit.
And I thought my life was over. I had to get a lawyer, and long story short, I had just written a new song, and I was showing my buddy who was in a condo building, and we were listening to the song in the car. And so the new cop comes in a parking garage and you know, tries to hit me with that. And you know, I totally
you were parked, like exactly.
Yeah,
okay.
so I understand that. I understand that you shouldn't have your keys anywhere around you. But anyways, I was young, and it stopped me from going on tour to Dubai. And that was like a pivotal point in my music career where I felt like, okay, I'm never going to do music again because like just so many hurdles, and then this was the last one. So. But after that, I wouldn't have got a career in sales. I wouldn't have opened up the LA Fitness in Niagara Falls. I wouldn't have met my wife. I wouldn't have my son. Right?
Yes,
so you know what I'm saying? Like all these things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break right now, and then we're going to hop in to what 11, if you want me to say 11.
Whatever
I love
you
it,
want.
man. I love it. We're going to go into 11's track record up until now.
Hello everyone, my name is Jermaine Chambers, and I'm very excited to tell you about the newest political and current affairs program coming here to Brampton. It's called On Point.
The first step of true reconciliation is learning more about one another.
Join us on Tuesdays from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. as we discuss all the issues.
I will never forget the trust you put in me.
Municipal, provincial, federal, and any issue of national importance, we will talk about on Point. So do join us.
At Benjamin Law, we understand the real cost of personal injuries. As the victim of an accident, you may be the one who's physically hurt, but your main concern is that your family are the ones who will pay the price. Benjamin Law will be there for you, helping, supporting, and working tirelessly to resolve your personal injury case. Call 1-855-899-4878 or visit benjaminlaw.ca and let our family of lawyers help your family.
Okay, we're back with 11. Thank you guys for tuning in, by the way, and I appreciate you sticking with us throughout the commercials. So where we left off, 11, you had just created song 1 with your Tyson? Tyson with your boy Tyson?
Cody. We were a duo called Sylvan Sessions.
Nice.
Yeah.
and then you went to Toronto from there.
Yep.
And then you landed in Toronto, pick it up from there.
They allowed me to crash in a small room in their house on Parliament Street in Regent Park that was a trip house or a crack house or a trap house that was rough. So I lived there for like a year.
Yeah.
And taught myself how to record myself and start to learn how to mix.
That's amazing.
Because I just couldn't afford producer time. So I would just stay up all night and track myself and figure out my vocals. And me and Winnie were doing long distance. And
somebody just pops up on the on my comments. Do you know Darnell?
Yes, I know.
Dude, he's one of my boys. You know
Darnell?
Do you know Angelo as well?
That's how I met Darnell.
So thanks for tuning in,
they're
Darnell
my
and
partners
Angelo.
for the 365.
No way.
That's MC too. Yeah.
That's amazing.
You're so deep.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
I'm supposed to be at his house right now, but I'm here. I'm sorry I haven't told you about this, by the way. By the way, I have a podcast today. Love you. Bye.
That's so funny. And guys, Darnell, Angelo, thanks for tuning in. So Angelo, actually, I grew up with him in high school.
Oh man!
And but he recorded my single "Where Did You Go."
What a world! I love
crazy?
this. Oh my God, those guys are so brilliant. Angelo did a cover with his lovely, beautiful Kelsey. They did a cover for me and Elise Bauman, who was in a duo together.
Yep.
Who Darnell and Angelo met. She actually connected me with them, and then they hired me for a commercial that they were doing. And then I met Darnell and Matt, the two who are MC2, and we just had this immediate synergy of get shit done. Yeah. Like we have this do it yesterday.
Angelo and Darnell, man, definitely intelligent people. And when I went and hung out with them, we did like 2 days straight of recording this one song and just banged it out.
Yes.
And I had so many. I thought when I went there, I'm like, we have so many ideas. I'm gonna record like 10 songs while we're here. And Angela's like, no, we're focusing on this one song, and we're gonna get it done. And
so
Angela's
good.
actually, I think we've reached out to him to get him on the podcast. I can't really remember
He's
when.
brilliant. And then there's stuff with crypto. Like, I don't even begin to understand that, but
Yeah, I know neither. That's why I'm having him on to try to help me out with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did your year one in a crack house. Still only did one song.
Started to test who liked me online by SoundCloud. You know, started to like do those freestyles and take them down and put them up and take them down. And I found like a rhyming partner, like a quite hood guy, my breed of vibe at that time especially. And we would just walk around the streets until the early AM rhyming and freestyling with each other, kind of like a bad meets evil situation.
That's amazing.
And yeah, so I was training, man. I was just sharpening tools, constantly just trying to challenge myself to get better. And then I submersed myself in communities like Rise, like Reaching Intelligent Souls Everywhere, which is out of Scarborough. I was like their token white boy. And for a while, and I was a cipher manager. So yeah, and me and Tyson were doing shows. We hosted an open mic. We kind of built this culture at this place called Kitsch. And then I had another single that I did with another collaboration from a rapper. And this was my first like single of 11, and it was called Work Hard. Mm-hmm. So it's been my whole brand statement this whole time to just like really focus, believe in yourself, work your ass off, and like you know, give it all you got. So that was my first single, and then
so then what, like, how did the idea for how did the idea pop in for 365? Was it somebody approached you and said, let's do a world record?
Darnell.
Was it?
Darnell came, so we met on that commercial.
Yep.
And he started following me on Instagram. I'm pretty sure I try to follow everyone back. I followed you back right away.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm getting better. I'm getting better at that. So he followed me, and he noticed that I was doing a daily freestyle, like I was just setting up my phone.
Yeah.
And I was just like doing a thing wherever, like right now I do, like I'm on a podcast,
I love
like
it.
whatever,
I love it.
right? And I was putting them up, and he noticed that I had that work ethic. And then he's like, I want to talk to you about something. Are you a fan of Gary Vee? And I'm like, did you see what he said about? And then he's like, 365 songs. I'm like, a song a day? And we were like, oh shit. So pretty much. And how I started that meeting was I pulled out a huge baseball joint, and I was like, do you smoke? And he was like, we're going to be friends.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've got right up on the screen some of the videos today. Yeah, that's so impressive, man.
Thanks, G.
So, wait, so who's doing the shooting for this?
Darnell.
Oh, my God.
They're my
Darnell, hit me up. Why haven't we done any videos together?
Darnell and Matt are literally like my work brothers that I needed.
Look at that quality.
Yeah, I shot some of these on my phone in LA. That's on a phone. That's deep.
Well, yeah, I couldn't imagine
That's a
doing
phone.
365 actual quality, like, you know.
Well, no, I mean that is what after they're editing it is, but and all the stuff that's shot on a phone is on a gimbal or a stabilizer.
Yeah.
Like because I was in LA. Lots of these you see that's D Sharp. See that's Hollywood Hills. That's Dallas. I go on like kind of quarter tours. You know how you said you went on a recording tour? I was kind of on a constant recording tour during that.
Yeah.
I just take my Mac and just like set up.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So any like big names kind of help you out with that? I haven't listened to all 365 songs, by the way. So.
Yeah, that's all good. I know, neither have I. Matthew Santoro was kind of, I'm skipping a huge part of the journey from like work hard. That was pretty much
we could dive into
my
that
hustle,
too, man.
and then going straight up. But if you want, we can get right into that. That's D comes to me and says, let's do 365. And then I'm like, absolutely. And the year before I had done this one big single with Matthew Santoro. He's a big YouTuber and really good friend of mine, and Humble the Poet, and also a great influencer and creator and a good friend of mine now. So we all connected through that. So I started, I guess, to get some more traction on my brand after that song. It got like 500,000 views on YouTube, and like it was great just to introduce me to the world a little bit more. And then throughout my collaborations of the year, I worked with D Sharp. He has like 1 million YouTube subscribers. He's incredible. He's just a great musician. and Elise Bauman directed a song. So yeah, I had a good amount of friends with leverage of their own contributing throughout the year, and that's why sometimes there's some videos with 60,000 views and then some videos with 60 views. Still even to this day, like the algorithm hasn't like fully kicked in yet, but as you say, it's like that rabbit hole. So like that's what we're saying. Like once people see one and they're like, wow, that's good, and they go in and they go in more and they go in a little bit more and they're like, this is weird.
I know, and it's honestly like Angelo, he's marketing guru too, right? So I mean, he'll be able to tell you that like it also depends on which one they see first.
Yes.
Right. I mean, because it's amazing that you did 365 videos, but I can't imagine that all 365 videos there's going to be something that somebody likes or doesn't like, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a solid like half that are like these are well recorded songs, and there's a solid quarter that is like these are freestyles, like marketed as freestyles on purpose, like they are like
perfect.
And then there's a quarter that's like maybe I could have used more time on that mix.
But I like love your style for one, like from a visual perspective, but I also like the way you rap too, because it's kind of like an old school feel, and it's almost like I would hate to like relate you to Eminem in any kind of way, but like it kind of reminds me of like before his Slim Shady LP, can't remember. But you know what I mean? Like, I had that like raw little kind of in your voice, in your head kind of thing. I'm like, oh, that's sweet.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate you. I do get that early Eminem thing quite a bit, so I'm grateful for that.
But it's good, man. I mean, if you can get attention on such an old school feel, which have you ever seen Snoop Dogg's cousin? I just came across him on Instagram by accident. I don't even know if
Daz?
No, 4IEZE, Fories. Anyways, look him up. This guy's got a natural like southern flow. Kind of like a Snoop Dogg, but a little bit more mixed with Q-Tip.
Cool.
Oh, it's really cool. Sorry to cut you off, but that's really awesome.
Not at all.
Oh, okay, we're running out of time anyway. So we're gonna come back and we're gonna pick up what it takes to prepare for a world record holder at 365. Like that's crazy. We'll come back and talk about that next.
With so many newspapers within the community, it's sometimes hard to tell what separates us from the rest. Most of the time, they all brag about the same thing. The large circulations, tons of online views, and it can go on and on. But what really separates the Toronto Caribbean newspaper apart from everybody else? Well, it's simple. Our service. No, seriously. Hi, I'm Grant Browning, founder and CEO of the Toronto Caribbean newspaper. I have over 20 years of branding and marketing experience, and I've worked with countless companies and corporations to do one thing, and that is to raise their profits with their brand. With over 40 years of combined experience in branding and marketing, our amazing staff is fully prepared to sit down and figure out exactly what you need to stand out from your competitors.
The reason why you don't see that anymore is because
the ad is too powerful, bring too much people.
So what are you waiting for? Give us a call today. We'll be happy to help.
Okay, we're back with Ellevan. We've been answering comments. So if you guys have any other comments, please put them in the comment section and we will reply. We're watching them, so we really appreciate it. Okay, so we off air we were talking about mindset, mindfulness, meditation.
Yes, sir.
So preparing for anything as a daily challenge, as I said when I opened up the show, is crazy. Like it takes a strong mindset, strong will. So how did you get prepared for doing 365 songs and videos? Or you just jump in?
Totally attribute it to meditation.
Wow.
Yeah. Amazing question, by the way. I love that, the mindfulness, the aspect. I started the year I did 365 videos.
Yeah.
I said, so it's been 2 years up before that I read Think and Grow Rich. You know that? You know that
Napoleon
book?
Hill.
Yeah. And I was like 26. You know, it's like things as a male, your brain is finished forming, like things are starting to land in your body.
Yeah.
You know, and I was starting to come to this little bit of awareness after reading this book and having my first self-evaluation. And all of these teachers I would listen to that Think and Grow Rich led me to, Neville Gordon or Bob Proctor or Abraham Hicks, like another amazing one. It would all lead to meditation. They would all say, if you want wealth, you have to reflect and be
just be.
So it really helps dissolve the bad parts of the ego that are reactive, and it allows you to see that, okay, like this is like a game, like this is a game, and everything is inside your head. And like when you can just find that center point in yourself in the morning before you give yourself to the world, give the world to yourself. Like, you know, first.
I love it.
Yeah, because you deserve it. And then ever since I've done that, 2018 was the first year I meditated every single day, and I even passed it on to my good friend Matt Santoro, and now he's fully gung-ho into mindfulness as well. So it's just been I'm so grateful for the people around me that have been willing to, right? Because you either shed your social circle or, you know, everyone starts boosting and turning on light bulbs together. So to observe the contagiousness of it only affirms that I'm further on the right track to going inward and having that self-awareness. And everything that I do just seems to get better, and I seem to manifest better opportunities. It's trippy.
Man, that's amazing.
Yes, sir.
And because, like, honestly, I can't, dude, like I can contain it well sometimes in certain situations, but like ADD ever since I was, you know, real super young. And I think it started because I was just a normal kid. And at that time is the 90s, everybody had to put you on Ritalin or something to control it.
They wanted to put me on that. My mom was like, you're not listening. He's not taking pills.
Yeah, my mom took me off of it 2 weeks because I went from crazy to sleeping on the desk, you know, just zombie. But I mean, trying to meditate now for me, I started doing it maybe a couple of years ago. And if you have troubles, you know, sitting still, closing off your mind, download an app called Headspace. You can do 5 minutes, you can do 15, you can do an hour, 4 hours, whatever.
And then
but
also
it walks you
start
calmly.
with 2 minutes. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, no, that's great.
I just wanted to, on the time thing, definitely do that. But like putting that pressure on yourself to do 10 minutes is like trying to
you might as well be
do
doing an
all
hour.
your actions, sell all your homes for the next 5 years right now.
Yeah.
Like, just like, no, like, relax, like, chill. Like, for me, it literally took me 2 years to just sit still for 2 minutes.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to say.
Like, that's like, honestly, I'm with you. Like your body, you have pockets of energy that you store. Something happens, you're driving, someone buzz in front of you, you get a little bit mad. You breathe that in. You've stored energy in your body in a place that align whatever chakra of frequency on the chakra that aligns with, however that impacted you. You're literally holding like a pin in that zone, and until you breathe it out, which meditation is the most effective way to do, it's not gone. So we're constantly like, talk about ADD, talk about self-implicated distraction.
Yeah.
Needing distraction from the way that we feel. Dopamine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's facts. So, ground yourself in like the reality that you're already blessed to have, like just by looking down.
Well, it's interesting because on the Joe Rogan podcast with Penn, Penner was saying the exact same thing. He's like, this guy, went out for lunch, we had a salad. He said, sell me on meditation. And he's like, and then by the end of it, he's like, no, I don't even want to do this. And he's like, you've talked me out of it.
Yeah.
And then he did it, but he started slow, and now he's been doing it every day for 3 years now. Yep. He's like, he feels great. He doesn't need alcohol. Well, he never drank it, but there's no desires for any of this extracurricular dopamine or like
stimulus.
Stimulants. And
when you can just be calm and breathe and like be okay with yourself, like talk about the first step to self-love, a totally necessary thing that we all need right now.
Yeah.
Like
it's intense, man.
Be okay with you. I know, it is intense.
It is intense because you can even get to a state like, so where are you at in terms of meditation scale now? If you've been doing it for every year, do you ever get like some people talk about, after that 10, 15 minutes of complete silence, complete stillness, they kind of go into like a different almost like a different dimension, almost like you're almost outside of your body.
Yeah, I was just, and that's the word I was just going to use. Like, I do go into and hang out in other dimensions, like, frequently throughout the day. We all do. Like, perception forms our experience in this, like, exterior world, too, based on that. But, yeah, I can activate the pineal gland. I wouldn't say I'm a master meditator yet, but I'd say that I can definitely guide people into the process. That me and Winnie, my wife, do some mindful flow workshops and stuff too. Because I'm also writing a book about flow state. Because flow state is how you get this. And meditation helps you access flow state faster too, and vice versa. When you're good at flow state, the active meditation in a physiological sense is closing these eyes and opening this eye. Your pineal gland is your third eye. So that literally does have a visual component to it, and it's just your imagination. Like red balloon. Don't visualize a red balloon right now in your head.
I can't.
You can't help
That's
not.
impossible.
You have to. So what made that red balloon pop up? That's the pineal gland. That's the imagination.
Wow.
So close your eyes and then do your own red balloon. And then you can just live in the house of your dreams, or drive the car that you wanted, or be on a date with whatever celebrity you want to be on with.
That's so funny, man. Like, dude, but honestly, I don't know. Like, does it take, how long did it take you did you start with like 2 minutes, 30 seconds?
I still do guided meditations.
Yeah.
I
think that's a little bit easier.
Yeah. Like you were saying, headspace.
Yeah, it's just this like soft English guy speaking to you about just calming your nerves. Feel it go down your head. Yeah.
Behind you, like the frequencies, you know, I love that. I always play those. So yeah, and I do like affirmations while I sleep. I'm always playing.
See, that's huge. Affirmations are huge.
Yeah, because everything you say is an affirmation. It's just a step towards manifesting.
And honestly, that's why. And you know, that's why I used to be so negative. Like, Mom, if you're watching this, sorry, but sometimes my mom would be like, "God damn it, the person in front of me," or "God damn it, stubbed my toe." Right? It's just like get so angry at like something, and I used to do it too.
Oh, I know.
I mean, I still in the car get a little angry, but at other times I just realized that you can drastically affect your mind if you are just putting negative energy out there. You know, and then you don't sleep. It's brutal. So I think positive thinking, mindfulness, and putting affirmations out there to the universe truly does help.
Yeah, it's a cycle. It's like we're in an echo chamber of our own intentions. So it's like you throw something, as you say, out there, I say in here, because it's kind of like just this circular field around you. And our Merkaba, our aura, is like facts. Like, it's not a thing like maybe we have an energy form around us. It's like, nope, that's measured by science now for sure.
Yeah.
And like our top chakra is like over here. So it's like, of course, we're an electromagnetic self-programmer.
Yeah.
It's like, this is just like the driver's seat of just like, how do you want to do this? You know, and I know what you mean. I spent a lot of my time early in life being super aggressive, mainly because of those circumstances I had to kind of outgrow. Like, in order to be in a graceful, harmonious way that I did lead my own projection, you did have to fiend off some tigers sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, you know, back off so I can be peaceful over here. And then it's been a whole shift these past couple of years now that my brand's been more successful and doing cool things to cool people and making great friends. I'm in those situations, and like I'm on tour and people are like holding my bags, and I'm like, just the impulse of me, I still have a little bit of fire. I'm like, I don't need that. I don't need that anymore. Like let it go, bro. It's so honestly much smarter.
Well, you know what? I love this conversation. We got to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about what Ellevan is doing now. So we'll see you soon.
My name is Trish Curling, and I am an online coach, personal trainer, and yoga teacher, and your new host of Shaping Life, which is all about understanding that we have the ability and the control to take charge of our health and wellness. But we can't do it alone, and I can't wait to sit down with the best in the industry. Please tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. live here on the TCN Network.
Okay, we are back with world record holder Ellevan, 365 songs and videos in 1 year in 2018, right?
Yes, sir.
2018.
Yep.
So we kind of talked about his past, the world record. We talked about mindfulness, and now we're going to kind of dig into what are you up to now? I mean, you just got back from a big tour?
Yeah, it was my first off-continent book tour, so it was like great.
Wow.
I went to Indonesia. We did 4 cities.
Wow.
I did my improvised performance with a live band in Canggu and Jakarta, and then we did some promo stuff performances in Bali. They gave us like
smokes.
5-star everything. Like, it was just insane. Like, I purely just like got dropped into like the dimension that like I wish to always be in. And then non-related, back to back, 26-hour flight later, I got booked in Jamaica. Wow. Just like, to perform there for a couple days, and met who I believe now will be my DJ Sereno. What up? I performed with him and he spun for me. In Jamaica. And now I'm back home, and my main priority, I'm not rewarding myself with moving back to LA until my fucking Netflix special is done. Part of my language once again. But we call it the Netflix special. It's this really cool, the most exciting, biggest thing I have. I don't know about most exciting. There's a lot of cool things. But there's this really cool, it's my baby.
Yeah.
And it's the Ellevan Improvised Live Special. It may end up on Netflix. It may end up on Amazon Prime, maybe MTV. Who knows? We'll leave all that open.
Yep.
But right now, me and D and Matt, MC2 and Ellevan, are working 2 days a week to complete this behemoth of a hilarious thing. I'll tell you what it is real quick. I shot a live special, 5 cameras, top-end audio gear, the perfect way to do it, at Love Child Social downtown. Improvised, live band, 17 songs, took the best 9, edited them together, mixed them like a track, like auto-tone my voice, everything sounds awesome. Okay, have a live special, we're watching a live special, looks good, I need more.
Yeah.
Retroactively wrote a screenplay for a feature to fit them in with bookends to justify how we could arrive at all these random, fully improvised. I had the audience write things down in a little box, and I pull out a thing just like improv, and I ask my band, what does it sound like, Chinese food? And I throw it away, and we make a song on the spot.
What does it sound like?
Chinese, exactly. And that's what I'm so blown away by. This is my band I've played with throughout all my time, my 5 years, like hustling Toronto. This is like pretty much my band that I've had and guys that I record with.
Yeah.
So we did it. We just did the damn thing, and the songs turned out awesome. And then we wrote this film, and then shot that, and I play all the characters in the film, like back and forth, like Eddie Murphy, the Clumps. And then on top of that, we shot music video sequences because we're the music video guys. There was one in the war. We got full head to toe outfits. Me, the bassist, and the drummer in the Vietnam War. We got guns, props, explosions, like. Everything. We went full out. So all the thing I wanted to do and tell the world and express to the world is, like, you don't need to really plan for shit. Like, having goals and a good intention to bring something into your experience or to contribute something to the world is great. But, like, I've built a film and this whole project off of something that I made up on the spot. Wow. Like, that's my intention, you know? So this whole thing just aligns with everything I'm about.
That's crazy, man. It seems like because you brought up Amazon Prime, you have... you've been featured on Amazon twice, right?
Yeah, I'm
Do we
in
have
a couple
that?
films. Yeah, Nobody
Yeah,
Famous
the 202
is there right now, and Side Boob will be there soon.
Side Boob is the clip I think we have.
Side Boob is such a funny movie. I've always wanted to play like the Stifler, like you know, douchey buddy. Like,
okay, we got it. We're gonna pull it up.
You care? You're not interested? Fine, go talk to her. Maybe Zig's right. Maybe you are scared of women. I'm scared of women. Go ask her out. She wasn't interested. Oh my God, listen to yourself. While you're creating bullshit excuses, you could be over there having a conversation with a lovely lady in a record store.
I love it. I love the intensity and the eyes. Like, you're looking at me right now. Your eyes aren't bulging out. But that was, like, intense.
Thanks, man.
That's so funny. So how did you get hooked up with Amazon? Or was it just They were just the project that you were working on.
I'm just hired actors. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I auditioned for that and booked it, and like, yeah, and everyone I meat, like, I'm still friends with that director, so it's like we're gonna work together again in the future. But like, you know, so you create those opportunities. But yeah, that just I was hired, and then Nobody Famous is there right now. That I didn't audition for that. I knew.
Are you the main guy in that?
I'm like the stiff. You'd call it the supporting lead.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm probably have as much screen time as like the lead, but I'm like the supporting lead. I'm the friend to his story, but I have a equally engaging story because my character discusses toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
And his character is like obviously more like the leading man, right? That a nice guy like yourself can connect to. Like just be like, all right, this guy just wants the best for himself. He's trying his best. And then I'm like this fucking this guy who swings off the handle and pushes his way back into his life. But you see the value in having a friend that is maybe a little brash, but at least he's an action taker. You know, so that's the kind of the story. It is a friend, a tale of two friends. So Side Boob will be out soon.
I love it, man. That's sweet. And so, so your new special that you're working on, is it kind of one of those ones where like you do a set or you do a bit and then it kind of transitions into, I think I've seen like Jim Gaffigan do something like that or something. Is it?
Yeah,
it helps support the sets.
Yeah, it's that's why I call it the Netflix special because that's the closest place that you'll see it. I'm actually inventing a new format, which is interesting, and it seems like, oh wow, like who's this guy think he is? But it's also like, yeah, I'm someone who can like fucking make up songs on the spot. Like I had to create my own format. Like I am constantly building my commercial sound and writing in these next couple singles I got coming out. I'm really excited about because I've gotten other producers and now I've been that guy who's written all those songs, and I've written like Carl Wolf's last album, and like I've written for other people, and now I'm like taking that to my brand. But really, in the core root of experiencing Ellevan is you want the freestyle thing. So I had to build this thing.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Him and I actually almost worked together. We're so close. Ever heard of a guy, Little Jake?
Jake
from back in the day. Like
Lil Jake.
5 years ago. He spoke with a stutter, but when he rapped, it was
Lil Jake.
Yeah, so I did a few songs with him.
No way.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we did Ordinary Girl.
He was on Ellen or something, wasn't he?
I can't remember. I know he did work or spit in front of Drake.
Okay.
Yeah, so we did Weed Aid together.
Weed Aid.
And I had my bandana under my hat. I had my leather vest.
Carlos does Weed Aid.
Yeah. And then we met, and he liked the song Ordinary Girl, and he's like, yeah, we should do something together.
Sick.
And he followed me on Twitter, and then I guess that's kind of when my career went downhill.
What's he doing right now?
Carl Wolf?
No,
Lil
Jake.
He's sprouted, man. He's like 7 feet tall. Yeah, I think he's playing basketball. I think he's just out of high school now. Great guy. The whole family's great.
But he's stuck in high school.
Well, maybe, I don't know.
If my kid gets famous as a
they were pulling him out of school.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah. Their mom did an amazing job, momager, and just Captain Hooks was helping out, and they did a lot of work. I was surprised because this kid was a hustler. All right, so we've got about 1 minute 30 seconds left. Let's do a little bit of a plug time. So, films, music, Facebook, Instagram. Where can we find you? What's coming up?
Instagram. If you want to catch what I do with my live streams, I'm doing a lot of freestyle stuff.
On Insta or both Facebook?
I hopped ship of Instagram because of how much the algorithm killed the ratio of sharing. So I got on this new app actually called Bigo. You ever heard of it?
No.
It's from China. It's literally like sex cams for talent. It's like you can't be topless. There's the like whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like
what about TikTok?
You can tip. Yeah, people come, and so you saw my stuff about busking. Like people come and like contribute to like their favorite artists. So I had like 2,500 people in my room last night during a live house, and people are just like tipping animations. They're like, and it's actually converts to money.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean like that. When I heard about that, I'm like, why aren't I doing that? And I'm getting way more new fans like from around the world, and people being like, oh, I'll buy a ticket to your show in the UK, and I'm like, great. I
think that's a big shift from the American-driven apps, and more people are like going into
the world.
Like WhatsApp is bought by Facebook now, but you know what I mean.
Just expanding.
Yeah.
Constant.
So what's your handles?
Ellevan Music. Across
music.
the board. Get my YouTube. Go check out the 365 or follow me on Instagram. You'll see a picture of me, this guy, here today. I'm going to post it.
That's amazing.
Ellevan Music everywhere.
Okay, dude. Thanks for coming on the show,
Thank you, man.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's crazy how we're connected in some way, man. So
I know.
I appreciate that. Thank you guys, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you next Tuesday, 10 a.m.